performance of Diana, the musical.
Don't you think it's time you come to a decision? For goodness sake, you're 32.
But, Mommy, I simply can't.
32, there must be someone appropriate. And you're philandering isn't helping matters. You're the heir to the British crown. You were bred to settle down. The future queen should have no past. Find a Charles and find her fast. The boys can't decide.
I swear to God I've tried.
This is matricide.
Well, there is one possibility.
Daughter of a British Earl.
The youngest Spencer daughter, Lady Diana.
Lovely as an English pearl. Seemingly the perfect girl. For the worst job.
Sarah, yes, until she started mouthing off to the press about her relationship.
How stupid of her.
But Lady Diana's different. She's very shy, and I'm certain she'll be discreet. But I'm not certain this is what she wants.
How could she not? She'll be Britain's heart. From time to time she'll be torn apart. She'll have stuff all her own. And not another moment alone. She'll be celebrated our country's pride. It's been a life of terrified. She'll have place in our history books. And forever she'll be judged by her looks. Britain won't be glorified till we have a princess bride, a country unified.
A girl like her is hard to find.
A princess we could get behind.
Then again, keep in mind, it's the worst job, the worst job. A monarchy in deep distress, hounded by a hungry press. No way out, that is unless.
We are in crisis. Our popularity is declining. The public trust us less and less. Will you at least consider her, Charles?
She is awfully well suited, isn't she? For the worst job, the worst job, is the worst job in England.
The Princess of Wales. Me. Imagine.
I know, I'm as amazed as you are. But I hear the Queen's your biggest advocate. God, that woman hated me.
I don't know, though. He seems rather melancholy.
You've been hanging pictures of Charlie Boy on your wall since you were 12. He's your Barbara Cartland fantasy come true.
All right, but do you even think he likes me all that much?
As if that matters. You meet all the requirements. The right family, no pesky ex-boyfriends. And against all odds, you're still a virgin. In their eyes, you're the perfect bloody princess. This just came.
Don't be greedy.
Yeah, I'd say he definitely likes you.
Bloody hell!
Someone's never gave me one of these.
Well, that says a lot, doesn't it, Sarah? Hello.
Ah, Lady Diana. I was just checking to see if you received the necklace I sent over.
Oh, yes, sir. And I love it.
I thought you might want to wear it tonight, and I hope you don't mind, but I invited a few friends to join us.
Oh, of course not. I enjoy all your friends.
And tell me, Diana, do you enjoy Bach?
Oh, yes, sir. I adore Bach.
Splendid. Tonight, then.
He really does have many appealing qualities.
Such as he's in line to be King of England.
She really couldn't be more charming.
I hope she likes the necklace.
Have you met Mrs. Parker Bowles yet?
Spent a lot of time picking it out for her.
Well, yes, they're good friends. Why?
You'll see. I'll be borrowing this a lot. Enjoy Bach.
And you truly think she may be the one?
I do. Been enjoying getting to know her. Her simplicity is so refreshing. Not to mention she is remarkably pretty.
And you know I never really cared about that. Oh no, darling, I didn't mean it.
One day I'll forgive you for that remark. All right, forgiven.
Do you know what she suggested we do this weekend? Go and see Dire Straits. I hadn't the foggiest idea what she was talking about.
They're a pop band.
Yes, I've been well educated on that now, as well as on Boy George and Duran Duran Duran.
There are only two.
Only two what?
Durans. It's simply Duran. Never mind.
I'm merely pointing out she has the musical taste of a teenage girl.
She is a teenage girl, so she's malleable. You and I would have great influence over her. Now, go and grab her before she runs off with a member of Air Supply.
Well, I've engaged as a cellist for this evening. You will join us.
Charles, perhaps Diana would prefer some time alone with you.
I was actually hoping you could come and offer her a spot of guidance.
Oh, wow.
Diana, I'm so thrilled you could come tonight.
Well, it was a tough decision. It was either this or Trivial Pursuit with my flatmates, so...
And you look absolutely stunning.
Really? I feel like an overdressed Barbie doll.
Oh, that necklace is perfection.
Camilla, I didn't realize you'd be here. Then again, you seem to pop up everywhere.
My dear, may I offer you a spot of advice? This situation you're in, the favored girl of the prince, it's rather unique, so do try to be as clever as you can about it all right? Charles likes clever girls.
Ladies.
Oh, here, a little thank you gift.
For me?
Oh, you seem surprised. Don't girls usually give you gifts?
No, never. Ah, cufflinks. How lovely.
I'm sure you have dozens.
Actually, hundreds.
I saved the receipt, so...
Ah, that's Mstislav Rostropovich. He is, in my layman's opinion, the greatest cellist in the world today. Ah, it's sublime, isn't it? Soak it in, feel the strings, hear the sound of angels' wings. This is heaven's music fit for kings.
The Russian plays on and on, like an endless telethon. How I wish that he were Elton John. All right, I'm no intellect, but maybe there's a discotheque where the prince could hear some Prince and we'd all get funkadelic. Then again, don't create a scene. You're auditioning to be his queen, and if Queen were playing now, Freddie Mercury would slay it. This is how people live, this is how people dance. Set your voice, come on, make some noise. This is how people live, this is how people dance. Make them dance, giving us the alphabet.
Where are you, Diana? You seem a million miles away.
Oh, this music is transporting me. I guess it's the royal drill to smile a lot and sit still, though I don't know why she's here, and I'd really like to sock her. Then there's Charles, who's happy when he hears music by dead white men. Perhaps this girl could turn him into a rocker. This is how people live, this is how people dance. Young and free, everything I wanna be. This is
What's this one's name?
Diana. Diana. Excuse me. I was about to snap that up.
Oh, me? Why?
Well, you're the new friend of the prince, ain't you? Come on. Just one shot. Snap, click, give a smile. Let's enjoy this for a while.
Snap, click, Lady Di. Damn, I see why your poor Charlie's high.
Cheers.
Snap, click, just one piece. You're the hottest one he's had all week. Snap, click, how long last? God only knows how long it will last. Snap, click.
Thank you. That's enough now.
Ain't nothing like the hunt, ain't nothing like the thrill. Find the right bird and going for the kill. Better than a Guinness, better than a wait. Snap a few kicks, it's money in the bank. Money, you got money in the bank.
This is Lady Diana Spencer calling again for the prince. I called earlier, so... Oh, all right, but can you please tell him I need to speak with him? Please?
She teaches kindergarten. She really ain't that bright. I didn't imagine. So Charlie's got it right. Charlie's got it right.
Sort of!
Snap, click, face is great. The kindergarten teacher is also a bitch. Come on, just one go. Then we'll go away for an hour or so. And why can't you see that we're your friends? Baby, our love is real. We know that you're aiming to be fucking famous. Well, honey, we are part of the deal. Snap, click, when you're okay. All you gotta do is all that we say. Front page, you're the lead. Another 100 pictures is all that we need. We provide a public service. We do it every day. And if you think we're vultures, we dare you to look away.
Charles, this has gone far enough.
Are you suggesting it's my fault, Mommy?
I'm suggesting it's time you make up your mind the way the press is hounding her.
I am fond of Lady Diana. I am. But what if there was someone else?
Isn't this someone else already married?
Right, of course, but Lady Diana and I, we've only been out a dozen times or so, and we don't have much in common.
You're the Prince of Wales. You don't have much in common with anybody.
But what if I'm simply not certain? I mean, were you certain when you married?
Well, quite. He got down on one knee. Yes, he did it properly and well. That was it for me. But love evolves and bends, and men take other friends. It doesn't mean devotion ends. Love's not what you'd expect. Love rarely is direct. Love changes every day. Well, whatever love means anyway.
Diana, it's time we had a serious talk.
My cufflinks? The ones I gave you. You're wearing them.
Yes, they're now my favorite pair. I was so touched by your kindness and your generosity, and well, I've grown quite fond of you. But I'm not even sure if any of this is what you really want.
Sir, my mother deserted our family when I was 5. Ran off with a boyfriend. Horrible, really. So I spent the next few years reading nothing but romance novels, mostly by Barbara Cartland.
Not that tawdry writer, the one who dresses in all pink.
Yes, she's written like 400 books, and I'll argue they're all brilliant because they're all about the same thing. Finding the one person you're meant to be with. And when my father remarried, he married her daughter, so Barbara Cartland is my step-grandmother. I met her when I was 14, and she was everything I could ever dream.
Darling Diana!
Barbara Cartland, just look at you!
I know, I'm delicious.
I've read all your books. How many are true?
True? Oh no. My books are spry with fantasy. Their endings tie up happily. It's what we long for in our youth. But here's the honest truth. Men are liars and dire cheaters. Passion expires and true love teeters. So don't be blinded by good looks. And most of all, read other books.
And I did read other books. But she makes you believe that love can overcome any problems you have. If my parents had just believed that fantasy, well, maybe they'd still be together. So that's what I want.
A fantasy?
No, just the possibility of it.
Lady Diana, you are remarkable. So then, I could get down on one knee and do it properly and ask you to marry me.
Did you just... Is this a proposal?
Well, yes, it is.
Oh my God.
I got you from that bloody mess known as the British press. Well, that's it. More or less.
What a terrible proposal.
And though you'll just...
19.
Thank you. Someday you'll be crowned queen, the loveliest queen we've ever seen. Though it happened fast, this feeling unsurpassed, our affection grows day by day. Fairy tale formalized, and they shall mesmerize, put our fantasy on full display.
And you're truly in love with me.
I am. Whatever love means anyway.
I love you, Charles.
Whatever love means anyway.
Say the word and I'll stop it now.
But the girl is quite so wild. I'm sure that she will satisfy.
And we're certain.
We found one young and pure. Somehow you will endure. When you get bored, just come on by. You do your duty for your country and your honor.
You do your duty for your country and your honor.
I often think happiness is a luxury.
Was there ever a greater tabloid tale? In a reason to object, why not show us some respect? You said yes, what did you expect? Diana, Diana.
I'd better find to take care of you, lady, if you follow me.
No, I must get back to my flat.
Well, impossible. It's important photographers. The Queen and Prince decree that you must follow me. We'll keep the outside world at bay.
I didn't get to say goodbye.
Behind these global gates, your palace staff awaits. For safety's sake, let's lock you away. A fairy tale
Lies, living more in love than we are today.
now. Your face is on all the mugs and on all the tea towels. Will you even fit into your carriage in this thing?
Oh God, I look enormous.
Hey now! Listen to your sister. Every girl wanted him, but you're the one who nabbed him. And how many people's childhood dreams actually come true?
Don't give in to your doubts. They'll find out who you are. An unknown nervous girl, how did she get this far? So push those nerves aside. It's time to get a grip. Just hold your head up high and pray that you don't trip. I will make him love me. I will prove that I can, and I will be all that they require, all that they require and demand. I will try my very best as I stumble in this dress. I will represent the crowd. No time now to back down. A bad time to back down. I will. How did you become this global fantasy? No pressure, not at all. I'll plead insanity. I will make them love me. I will prove that I can, and I will be more than is expected, more than is expected. Here I stand. I will rise above the fears, dissolve the deafening cheers. I will be all they dreamt it for, so I'll better than before. I'll be better than before.
I will.
I will.
Darling, are you okay?
Of course.
Seems as if your friend had a memorable wedding. Lovely of him to invite us. For what it's worth, I thought you were a far more beautiful bride.
And how you've gone completely mad.
On the contrary. We will always have each other, and we will make this marriage work, and we know it's surely for the best.
Yes, I'd say it's for the best.
Our first official appearance.
A week on Sunday, yes.
And you're certain I'm ready, Mummy.
Now, it's all been set. We shall present you in Wales.
But what exactly will be expected of me?
There's no need to worry, darling. All you have to do is follow by my side.
But I feel as if I received more training when I was a preschool helper.
No training in the world can prepare you for what's in store.
Darling, we'll simply greet our subjects, shake their hands.
Wear gloves.
What on earth do I say to them?
Ian Wheaton Happy, si Voltamar, Diolch I Hi.
What?
It's Welsh for I'm happy to be here, thank you. So then, all will be fine, just move down the line.
Excessive display of emotion is rude.
Show your smile.
But just for a while.
I've never been so
Never
nervous.
let any feelings intrude.
So go with Windsor fortitude.
I will try my very best, and I'm so sorry if I disappoint you.
Charles, this will be her first interaction with the crowd. Stay close to her, will you?
Yes, of course, Mommy.
Came out here to bitch and grind. Guaranteed she ain't my type. In a way, she'll match the hype. I don't know, she seems real nice. Wanna bet she's cold as ice. Let's go home, that's good advice.
Now, you remember the Welsh lesson I gave you?
Not a word. Hello. I'm Diana. I hardly know what I'm doing. I'm just glad to be with you, sharing handshakes, hearing stories.
What a lovely thing to do.
That I'm truly no one special. In fact, I'm less than what I've seen.
Here's the foils, so standoffish.
Want something new. Over here, Princess Di, I want to catch your eye. Take this rose, this bouquet, Diana, make my day. Won't you please take my hand? I am now, you'll take my hand. I am never can no spice. It's like she's one of us. Pretty as we've ever seen. Like a living magazine. We'll be proud to call you queen. Oh,
Just like that, they fell in love. All the Wales, they fell in love. And with joy, all the Wales, they fell in love.
Her press coverage is extraordinary. She hardly knows what she's doing, but she does it awfully well.
She is a natural.
They adore her.
As for me,
Hard to tell.
I was wondering if some of you might say hello to my husband too. He adores Wales.
I was crowned in this country. How that day lives in me. Here I flourish. Here my heart lies. Here in Wales I feel most free.
Johnny drinks for all you do. But right now, you're talking of you. Step aside, let the ladies through.
I love their language, serve their country.
Over here, Princess Di,
Love my subjects, play my part.
I want to catch your eye.
A preschool helper with no training, still in a heart.
We fell in love.
Darling, they're all simply fascinated with her because she's new. Not to mention she's a pretty young girl with the hair and the clothes, and you're a
I'm what?
man in a suit. A very handsome man in a suit, but nevertheless.
So I should simply hover nearby and hold her hand back.
Well, wasn't that the goal? We should be happy, darling. We succeeded beyond our wildest imaginations. I'm beginning to think she's the best thing that's ever happened to you.
And where do you fit in then?
Funny, my husband recently inquired about that too.
So I've been wondering, are you still seeing your friend?
He calls you my friend. Yes?
Just hope you're aware of the risks now. I can't imagine his wife or the Queen would be too happy about it.
And are you still seeing your friend? Or should I say friends?
Actually, no.
No. Oh. Well, Charles and I, is it a problem?
It just seems that at some point perhaps we should stop paying more attention to each other.
We can't continue as we've been.
What do you mean?
You do your duty for your country and your honor. You are now married to the most beloved woman in England. If we were ever to be discovered, I'd be the most despised. You do your duty for your country and your honor. I don't think I could stand that. Go to your wife. We both have marriages we need to attend to.
Charles, I have something to tell you. Charles? Are you all right?
What? Yes, of course.
You seem a bit distracted.
I've just had much on my mind as of late.
Well, I have something to tell you.
Now's not a good time. Could we talk later?
It's good news, I think.
Christ, all right?
You're not still upset, are you? About the newspaper coverage?
Of course not.
I'm simply trying to do what everyone expects of me. It's rather difficult, isn't it?
What is it you wanted?
If you're in another one of your moods.
Diana, what is it?
Oh, baby Charles. I'm going to have your baby Charles.
A baby?
Yes.
Truly.
Are you happy, Charles? Please tell me that you're happy, Charles.
Well, I have always dreamed of having a girl, but it would be quite helpful if this first one were a boy.
I will try my very best.
I love you.
What?
I do love you. And we married so quickly, so perhaps this is a proper beginning for us. And Mrs. Puckaballs and I, whatever we had, I've ended it. A baby!
William, my dear little prize, it stops me to look in your eyes. My gorgeous heir to the throne, do I dare call you my own? To me you're much more than that. You're simply my heart lying there. And can't we forever be this happy new family? Happiness, happiness. You'll find a way to face the day when you find happiness.
Darling, I'm holding our son. Suddenly our lives have begun. Never thought I was the type to cry or sing a sweet lullaby. Happiness, happiness. After all we
Sir, it's Mrs. Parker Bowles. Should I tell her you're otherwise engaged?
Wait.
Charles?
How have you been?
All is well, I suppose, though my husband is being stationed overseas more and more.
That must be rather difficult.
Yes, to find oneself married and alone. Quite the trip, really. And you?
William brings me an impossible sense of joy, and Diana and I are getting along better than ever. But it is lovely to hear your voice.
Is it?
I will always love you. You still haunt my dreams, and we will be there for each other. Always be there for each other.
I think it is.
It was simply a phone conversation, that's all.
You're still in love with her, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
But you just
You
said!
misunderstood, that's all.
You said you were still in love
I
with
said
her!
nothing of the kind. Now, if you don't mind, I'd rather not have this conversation again and again.
Stop. Breathe. I feel so unprotected. Hopes fade. This is not what I expected. A princess unperfected. If no one's listening, a
by the minute.
She's even been threatening to harm herself.
I'm afraid it's postpartum depression. I'm afraid it's grown quite severe.
She needs rest, as well as the full support of those around her, especially from His Royal Highness. Well, good luck with that. And when she has the next child?
It'll likely grow worse.
My request for a girl.
So now our own son isn't good enough for you.
Guys, don't overreact to a joke, Diana.
You haven't made a joke since I met you.
Why must every conversation we have now turn into a bloody argument?
She's still in our marriage. She will always be in our marriage.
You intended to drive me back to her? Because that's exactly what you're doing.
They know you're unwell, that's all.
If you ask me, you're doing all this just to get your husband's attention. I say cut your losses and drop the sword. That's how I handled him.
You did not. He dropped you.
Please! I already had one foot out the door. And let's face it, you know all they really wanted from you. A baby prince! And you've already popped out a perfectly good pair. Pop, pop! You've done your duty. Now move on.
Move on? Do you think I can simply rent a flat in Kensington and pack up my tiaras? The country would go mad. And the Queen would have to approve. Good luck with that. And perhaps I'm still in love with him.
After the way he's treated you.
Milady, I think Her Royal Highness needs her rest now.
She's rested too long. I say Her Royal Highness gets up and fights.
If only he wasn't still seeing the Rottweiler.
She calls Camilla the Rottweiler. I just love that.
You know what the latest talk is? That you've gone completely mad.
I must reiterate my plea for rest.
She should know this. They're saying you're officially bonkers. Unfit to be seen in public. You've got to get out there and show them otherwise. Because once they think you're an unhinged woman, driven mad by her unfaithful husband, Charles.
I hope you don't mind. Hello, Sarah.
You take care of yourself, okay? I already had one foot out the door.
It's lovely of you to come, Charles.
Of course, My God, Diana. You know, the first time you harmed yourself, I thought, well, merely an aberration. But then the second, to the third, and
Sarah
now...
thinks I do it to get your attention.
Is that true?
How are the boys?
I told him you're anxious to see them as soon as you're fully recovered.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're here.
Listen, what we need to do now is come together, get you well, and somehow make this marriage work. May we at least agree on that?
Of course. It's grand to hear you say so.
Well, is there anything that will lift your spirits then?
Yes. When we do our walkabouts, people often tell me their troubles. I don't even ask, they just volunteer. And there's so much I could do for them. So I'd like to get involved in more charities.
Fine. We'll arrange a few more appearances.
No, more than a few, and more than appearances.
You're truly not well enough.
But I would be, if you would just let me try.
Well, my mother certainly generates a lot of goodwill when she goes out among the people.
But she does things her way, and I like to do things mine.
A monarch must give, but not too much. There's danger when one shares one's access, one's comfort and one's touch. Talking to a child on bended knee, her smile holds the truth. She's all the things that I cannot be.
She enters with style, then moves with such ease, anxious to connect and desperate to please.
She shares all her feelings and flex all their praise. She moves in the most modern ways. She moves in the most modern ways.
This amazing new facility for cancer care is a true inspiration, and I can't wait to visit each and every one of you.
Just pace yourself, darling.
Why?
Your daughter, the cause, she moves with such skill. She seems to know secrets which I never will. She stands still and listens for what seems like days. She moves in the most modern ways. She moves in the most modern ways.
Isn't this amazing, darling? They view me as one of them.
But the point of our existence is that we're not one of them. We are symbols, if you will.
Who the bloody hell wants to be a symbol?
We represent their aspirations. So what you're doing, darling, is unfortunately coming across a bit rather,
What?
well, common.
When His Royal Highness feels so strongly, I find it's best to listen to him.
Why? When I'm just beginning to feel as if I matter. Paul, we have the event for the Royal Ballet coming up, don't we?
Always one of your favorites.
Well, I'd like to be of greater help this year.
Well, you could give a speech before the performance. They'd adore that.
I've given enough speeches. Let's show them what else I can do.
We wear our fancy jewels and score our fancy stars. Face to Princess Di, and now the solar house. The royal ballet gala, rich in romance.
And do you know the whereabouts of my wife?
I believe she's still using the facility, sir.
That's a fine way to treat her husband.
We sit here in the dark, none of us are wise. In about a minute, we're in for a surprise.
And now, to conclude the Royal Ballet's Christmas Gala, please welcome one of our brightest stars. And the most special of guests.
There she was, unconfined, everybody lost their mind. Once again, quite the scene, unbefitting of the queen. Every move was on point, she electrified the joint. Every step, every turn was a matter. She moves in the most modern ways.
Paul, Colin, leave now! A public dance performance by the Princess of Wales. Have you lost your bloody mind?
It was a present. I did it for you.
This was entirely about you.
No. No.
To get your bloody picture in the bloody paper again.
No, to make you proud of me again.
You live inside a photograph.
Listen to me, Charles.
I am through with listening. You speak and you speak with the world at your feet as you sit in every last cheer.
It's not true.
Sit still and listen to your husband for once, the man who put you here. You demean us all, Diana. Each time you cause a scene. Have you forgotten, Diana? You're in line to be queen.
Calm down.
The roll of affair and look who's there, Diana. The camera twirl and painter, Diana. You only enter center stage. There's more to life than the fucking front page. Diana.
I just want you to notice me like you noticed Mrs. Parker Bowles.
What?
I know you still see her.
There are centuries and centuries of protocol. The damage you've done by ignoring it all. Don't blame me for your antics. Don't blame me for the stance I'm through with giving you one more chance. If my heart has strayed, Diana, if our marriage has come to a halt, you never once obeyed, Diana. God damn it! It's all your fault.
How is this my fault?
How about for a start, don't act like a top, Diana? Stop being a martyr, why can't you be smarter, Diana? With all you do, how can I be proud of you? When anyone can see your life's greatest achievement. You married me. You married me. All you've ever done, you married me. You married me. You married all you've ever done is marry me.
Another brawl. How do you not understand me at all? Don't you ever tire of this mess?
Yes.
All of the harm we do to our boys, living inside this castle of noise. Can they survive our royal horror show?
I don't know.
Maybe for them we could start once again.
Diana.
Take love, take you. I'll say in every way I know it's always been true.
You are worshipped by the world, Diana. Isn't that enough?
Once we seemed like destiny. Why can't you love me? 'Cause I love you. He went abroad, but promise his heart. Was he a fraud? Right from the start. How come I seem to be the last to know? Was it time, most beautiful bride, a glittering jewel right by his side, serves me right for marrying a Scorpio? Well, fantasies die. Who knew princes lie? Take all, take you. I'll say it every way I know. It's the best I can do. Why should I love endlessly when you don't want me? It's time I stop
Well then, I'll get her.
So we should go.
I'm sorry to come at this hour.
It's all right.
The worse things get with Diana, the more I miss you. Every day, more and more I miss you. I can hardly bear it.
Don't you think I feel the same? All these months apart. I miss you in those strong Sundays, that idle day when little gets done, just lazy walks and silly talks, a kiss before the week's begun. I miss you those strong Sundays when time stands still and we are one, and easy chat about this and that, as we watch the setting sun. Why can't we have more Sundays?
But if I'm to be king, divorce is out of the question.
We have friends, dear friends, who are sickened of this continuing charade. They'll lend us their flats. Hell, they'll lend us their castles. One day we'll escape to castaways. Our passion once again is you most on Sundays. Not idle day when the talk is done. Just lazy walks and silly talks. A kiss before our futures begun.
For missing you on Sundays.
No more missing you on Sundays. I know what they both want, for me to fade away. Obey each new command, do as they say. Pose for a photograph, smile for the press. Simply be a pretty girl in another pretty dress. Too many smiles, too many yeses, too many dreams which Charles depresses. He was the one who they devour, but you won their love. And doesn't love give you power? A pretty, pretty girl in a pretty, pretty dress. The press has always used her, so now she'll use the press. This pretty, pretty girl was raised to strike a pose. Perhaps she should find the only way she knows. Paul,
Yes, there's something wrong.
very much so. Have you looked at my closets lately? It's as if the Queen selected my entire wardrobe. Too many bows, too many ruffles, too many frilly, frumpy frumples. A girl can look rather skittish when her designers are boring British. This pretty, pretty girl dresses quite demure. It's time she found a fashion, and her fashion is couture. A pretty girl, I follow her into her hair, shoes, and dresses. Hardly takes a genius to make the front page. It just takes someone pretty, think when Twiggy was the rage. But you were born with brilliance, you drip with intellect. She may have won their love, but you won their respect.
Too much noise, too much distraction. How on earth did she gain such traction?
Take a stand, go out and lecture on painting and politics.
Architecture. Modern buildings are really quite ghastly, you know.
No, you're the one who knows, so you must push back, darling. A handsome, handsome prince with a worthy, worthy cause can captivate a nation and turn around its laws.
A lucky, lucky man with his woman by his side can satisfy about the necessity and glory of all the buildings. While we may prize the new, we must cherish the established. It would be a tragedy if St. Paul was stormed by yet another shining platform.
Pretty, pretty girl, grows up famous there before. When she decides to have the latest from Dior. This pretty, pretty girl in a pretty, pretty frock can set the world on and set the prince
I have begged and pleaded with her, but she refuses to listen to a word I say. And now with all of Diana's showboating, it's making matters worse.
She doesn't need to make matters worse. You've done a fine job on your own.
It's her doing.
Don't blame her, Charles. Tame her, Charles. She's embarrassing the throne.
Oh, pretty, pretty girl, around the great fall. Can't hear the princess bell, ready to call. Stories got sympathy. Are just the stories that have their sympathy.
A pretty, pretty girl with a terrible heart. It's her to walk into a work of art. A pretty, pretty girl with a pretty, pretty dress. A pretty, pretty girl with a pretty, pretty dress.
Stories got sympathy.
Are not the stories that a girl should believe.
She'll take on the monarchy.
She'll take on the monarchy and cause a royal mess.
A pretty, pretty girl in a dress.
I have the actual flip-flop, the ones that, because I had major fasciitis, and they really help, but I don't have it anymore now. I can't hear anything
Oh, it's just me again, Barbara Cartland. Oh, there you go, dear. Oops. All right, then, where were we? Oh, yes. If your prince leaves you wanting more, and royal life is a royal bore, why not score a man of war? Here comes, here comes. Yes, you wait.
Ladies, other ladies,
Let's do it. Ladies, if your life is kind of pure, you don't need no messy divorce. All you need is a man or a hoe. Here comes, here comes. I can take it forward. My children's cast aside to this sunny spot. Here comes, here comes. His stomach is slim, his muscles are tight. A he-man like him, who cares if he's bright? He can stand when the lights are dim. Here comes, here comes.
James Hewitt, Royal Highness.
Officer Hewitt, I hear you offer lessons.
There's only one type of lesson I offer, riding lessons.
James Hewitt.
Though I assumed your husband gives her riding lessons.
He's tried. He isn't very good.
Well, perhaps he just doesn't have the proper horse.
And do you have the proper horse?
Your Royal Highness, I think you'd adore my horse.
Oh, all right. I just made up those bits of dialogue, but aren't they delicious? Now listen up. Soon we hoist her up on a mare, then the stallion takes it from there.
You know, ever since we met, I felt this electricity. Like destiny, right? Like this really weird sort of...
Oh, stop it, James. You're beginning to sound like a Barbara Cartland novel.
Don't put novels in tabloid.
James, do you truly want me?
What?
Do you truly desire me?
Well, aren't you the most desirable woman in the world?
I'm not even the most desirable woman in my own marriage.
Oh, my love. It still comes as a surprise to see such sadness in your eyes. You're overdue for a man loving you. Trust me, I'm one of the good guys.
Who knew that a commissioned lad would give me more than I've ever had? Kindness like this, I forgot it exists. Guess I'm not stark raving mad.
Now there's him and her and him and her. Oh yes, it's a blur of him and her.
Look at the time, you've made me late.
I like to make you even later.
This be a long evening, Charles.
Don't you know by now they're all long evenings?
Another night, another moon. For a time I don't mind at all.
How jealous I'll be to see you on TV. When you come home, please call. Down here, there's heart. There's heart tonight. I defer to her. Look at me here watching you glow. I sometimes think she's an angel.
Just another mistress stuck at home.
I wonder if she's thinking of me.
Yes, it's a blur of him and
Shall we, darling? Let's dance.
It's nice to be with you, Charles. May we speak a bit?
Just dance.
Still look so handsome, Charles. How nice that you've kept fit.
Just dance.
My mother left me. I never understood.
Just dance.
She broke up a family. I vowed I never would.
Just dance.
William was so innocent. He needs his dad and mom.
Just dance.
Harry's a funny one, as goofy as they come.
Just dance.
We are a family. Let's hold on for the boys.
Just dance. Just stop. That's quite enough, darling. Thank you. I'll steal you away from here. The Queen, her palace guards. We'll go to America. The cowboys and the movie stars. It's more than fantasy. We'll take your boys and disappear. We can live freely with no one to hide, no one to fear.
I'm sorry to disturb you, sir, but I have rather upsetting news. The princess has apparently grown close to a cavalry officer.
How close?
Here's him and her. More him, more her, more.
Wait. Doesn't he give my boys polo lessons?
Yes, and they are quite fond of him. Perhaps I should give the princess a warning.
Is everything all right?
No warning. Let them carry on.
What is it?
I'll steal you away from here. We'll bask in our romance. As my uncle before me, I'll hide us away in France. The things I would do, give up, disappear. Like the me somehow, though in truth we won't get far.
Or we could just die.
Or we could just die.
I know where you're going, and I beg you to reconsider.
Oh, for God's sake, someone has to be there for these people. Especially after what Margaret Thatcher has done.
So now we have political opinions.
It's not an opinion. It's a fact that ever since Mrs. Thatcher has taken a clause out...
Please. What you are doing is simply unwise.
What's the point in having power if you don't use it to help people? AIDS is a growing crisis in Britain, and no one's paying the least bit of attention to it.
But there are more appropriate causes. You should know that people are beginning to suggest, well, that you revel in being the pretty face of all this suffering.
Oh, and I bet those are the same people who call Mother Teresa an opportunist, so...
All I'm saying is if you insist on playing martyr, fine. But for the sake of your sons, protect yourself. Wear gloves, wear a mask. Wear whatever you have to, but protect yourself.
Royal Highness, what a joy! No one near your stature has ever even inquired about us, much less visited.
Your Highness,
Those gloves aren't necessary.
I must insist.
We've been desperately trying to educate the public. There are doctors in this very hospital who won't even touch these men, much less treat them, and the men have been instructed not to touch you, so everyone will feel comfortable.
We have orders from the Queen. And where's the Queen now?
Buckingham Palace, I presume?
Pity. Hello. I'm Diana.
They said you would come, it seems so absurd. We all had our doubts.
Well, I'm a girl of my word. Here, take my hand. Here, take my hand. We'll have a nice time.
The honor is to meet you.
The honor is mine.
All pretense she sees all pain, and we see orders.
I brought along a photograph from the papers. I thought some pictures might be...
Oh, no.
I couldn't possibly.
But it'll draw attention to your cause.
My parents don't know. There's really no way to find her. I'm sick. Find out I'm gay. I could lose my new job. Be tossed from my flat.
Of course. Let's forget it.
Oh, how about we chat? I do like your suit.
Well, how very kind.
Perhaps not the color. I'm sick, but not blind.
Are you getting good care?
The best anywhere. Although my eyeliners run low.
Oh, well, no need to fear. I'll send the case here. Makeup is one thing I know.
Then like a good chap. Sure, I'll take the snap. For what is there really to lose? My baby, I'm out, but I'm handsome as hell, so I bet we get married. You might think that the writing's not bad. Now let's make us some news.
I'm so glad I came. I enjoyed all your jokes.
Well, you always did like sexy young blokes.
No, I'll be back. You've opened my eyes. Damage that's done for secrets and lies.
Time to be done with secrets and lies.
Actually,
I wouldn't mind a photograph.
Me too.
Our problems are so minuscule compared with the rest of the world. I'm beginning to feel as if there's more I could be doing for people.
Oh, is it an unwell person in England's doorbell? You haven't rung.
Sarah.
Sorry. I came for dinner and there's still no sign of it. Will Captain Hewitt be joining us?
In Kensington Palace? Are you mad?
I'd just like to meet him before you two ride off into the sunset.
He would make a wonderful father, he truly would.
Wait, you're not really considering it.
Don't be daft.
Oh, good. Do I put up with all your husband's nonsense and to not be crowned queen? I'd have to kill both you and the Rottweiler.
I don't think she's been around much of late. Perhaps he's finally over her.
You do know where your husband's going tonight?
Oh, one of his pretentious friends is throwing a party or something. Sounds dire.
Are you aware it's a birthday party for the Rottweiler's sister?
What?
Those two go to their friends' flats together all the time now. It's not exactly a secret. Except apparently to you. Oh, do you think you could ring a bell or something so we could eat?
Change of plans. No dinner. Paul?
Oh, come on.
Locate my husband, will you? There's a party I'd like to attend.
Another night with Charles's friends. I pray to God that it soon ends. Nights like this, I envy the poor. Their parties can't possibly be such a fucking bore.
It's really a marvelous party, but we must get going.
No, you'll be here soon.
We stand and chat, try to look alive while we wait for the prince to arrive. His mistress smiles and does her bit. I wonder how she puts up with this shit.
I'm here.
Hi, finally. And I'm here too. Surprise.
Good night and goodbye to my discotheque. I just got a ticket to the main event. It's a thriller in the middle of the Prince Diana. I'm related to Miller with some Miller. So hold on to your hats. These cats are trying to fight. It's not a Jimmy Day, one hell of a night. Now let's start the show. Ready, set, here we go. Go, go, go.
Diane. Actually, it's your Royal Highness.
You swore you wouldn't cause a scene.
And you swore you wouldn't see her again.
Perhaps we should go somewhere private. How about the basement?
Love to.
A rather tough night for our beloved son. Between him and his wife, I put my money on her. I swore my pride to have a seat ringside, ringside, wanna be ringside.
Here we go, a chance to chat. You and me, how about that? Tell me then, will this take long? I'll be brief,
I want you gone.
here's the truth about royal life. A prince has his lover as well as his wife. Don't you know, must I make it clear? I picked you out, what, and put you here. I love Charles for who he is, for his strength, and a noble life he lived. You
stable boy. Hewitt is his name, correct? I know what you do. The men you see.
You've been spying.
I have a responsibility to know what goes on in my family, especially when my wife acts as if she's escaped from some asylum.
For the record, he's not a stable boy.
Do you love him? Well, don't answer that. I don't even care.
I'll end it with him if you end it with her.
When will you come to your senses and stop trying to make this marriage work?
What?
Let's be honest. I owe this Hewitt chap my gratitude. Thanks to him, your good is gone. Feel free to carry on. The fun you two will have. Enjoy your grand affair. I could not care. Go ahead and call him night and day. The center shakes, the contract breaks. A selfish child at play. And on me bloke, you dirty joke. Go ahead and love him. We will both continue to play our roles in public, but in private, do as you must.
And our boys?
We will both always love them. They'll be fine. Whatever love means, anyway.
So you and I can be together as much as we like now.
Diana.
You'll spend more time with my boys. Maybe we can even go to America. Don't you see? We can make plans for our future.
I didn't want to tell you this until my orders came through, but I believe I'm about to be reassigned.
To where?
Germany.
For how long?
2 years.
No. I'm sorry, but no.
I'll be back from time to time.
How could you agree to this?
What choice do I have?
Me! You could choose me! No, you simply can't go. You can't.
Germany isn't far. I'll be back as often as possible.
Do you think Charles is behind this?
What?
I bet he did all he could to have you sent away.
Perhaps he had nothing to do with it, and I'm just good at my job.
I can arrange things so you can stay.
Diana.
I'll make a phone call, and they'll have to let you...
You can't interfere with my career, my life. I do my duty for my country and my honor.
I thought I was your life.
We both know happiness is a luxury. I've been receiving calls from reporters inquiring about our relationship. I'm only surprised it took them this long.
Then let's tell our story before they do. I'm ready to tell the world.
And do you know what they'll call me? The Randy Stable Boy, the plaything of the princess. You know, sometimes I think it's impossible for any man to be with you. I'm sorry,
If you leave, you and I are no more.
Are you giving me an ultimatum?
No, James, please. I won't let Charles get away with this. I'll make a phone call. No, James, please. Another lesson learned. A girl grows wise. I'd say she's finally done with secrets and lies. So much is left unsaid, yet she remains discreet. The tabloids tell her story, but that story is incomplete. A clever, clever girl with so little left to lose can rewrite her own story, 'cause her story's hers to choose. Clever girl.
Snap, trick, give us a quote. Come on, play the game, or we'll go for your throats.
You are truly awful people.
Snap, trick, what you expect? Your storybook marriage is going to shit.
That is utter rubbish.
Snap, trick.
Andrew, there's a phone call for you.
Hi.
It's the Princess of Wales.
Yes, this is Andrew Morton.
Mr. Morton, I hear you're writing another book about me.
I suppose I am, Your Royal Highness.
Well, would you care to interview me for it?
No, truly.
We must never meet. All quotes must be anonymous. Perhaps you could send me the questions and I can record them into into a tape recorder and a third party could deliver you the tapes.
Sounds rather like a spy novel.
Well, I suppose that's what my life has become. There are powerful men. There are addicted people who won't sleep at night till they see me destroyed. All those friends of the past who are nothing but callous, who track me everywhere and call me paranoid. They've all taken a side. They've all made the choice. They chose the prince, so now I need all
Doesn't she understand by now we don't speak to the press?
She understands next to nothing.
Oh, doesn't she? She's portraying herself as a woman cruelly betrayed by her unaffectionate husband. Half the woman in England can relate to that scenario. Now, how much of the book is true?
And how am I supposed to answer that?
For a refreshing change, let's try it honestly.
Well, I've only read excerpts in the paper, but it doesn't seem to be not untrue.
Oh, for God's sake!
Mommy, Mrs. Parker,
I don't want to hear it.
She's truly quite
I don't
wonderful.
care if she's Joan of Arc.
If you'd simply take some time with her.
Absolutely not. If I wanted to be involved in that type of sordid drama, I'd turn on Coronation Street. Now get on with it, Charles, and mend your marriage. For your children, and your country, and maybe even for your mother.
And if I simply can't?
That is not an option.
She said that. Your mother truly has no interest in meeting me. After that book, after Diana's been dominating the airwaves, I'm sorry, Charles, but the Queen has gone mad.
Darling, I could use a moment's quiet right about now.
How can you be so calm at a time like this?
I have to finish this landscape. It's going to be on a stamp.
Let me see it. It's not one of your best.
Well, perhaps because it's been rather difficult to concentrate. She's no sense of propriety, no sense of what should and shouldn't be said.
Exactly! So we must convince the press to begin seeing this all through our eyes. She is out there making a fool of you and me, and demeaning the monarchy in the process. And how do you react? You paint.
Well, there is one thing I've been considering, but it is rather drastic.
Well, at this juncture, we could use a bit of drastic.
Leave us. What if I... Hell, what if I went on television, owned up to the truth, told my story? No, our story. No Windsor has ever admitted to having a mistress before, but I could speak to the nation unfiltered, tell them how I've tried my very best. What do you think?
The truth revealed, the bask in praise, canter cuts both ways. We'll have for Sundays, believers one with hardly a care, just you and me endlessly. Imagine that if we dare. A lifetime full of Sundays. We'll have years and years of Sundays.
And you're certain, Paul?
I'm sorry, but the newspaper have leaked the contents of the interview.
And my husband truly?
Will admit his infidelity on national television tonight? Yes.
The stupid sod. At least I had the decency to speak about it for a book interview. Anonymously, I might add, anonymously. But to think people will actually hear him say those things out loud. And they say I'm the one who's mad.
I'm afraid the headlines tomorrow will be quite humiliating.
Christ. And there's nothing I can do about it.
There's not. That is, well, unless...
Unless...
Unless... Well, we did receive an invitation this evening for an art gallery opening.
No, decline it. I couldn't possibly go.
Of course you couldn't. Unless...
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 Stop saying that, please.
Of course. Unless... What can a princess do when a prince takes to the air and tells his ghost-like subjects he's had a love affair? She comes on the throne in sovereignty, find a frock designed to shock, designed to say fuck you. Try, soft and sly, a bitch on wheels and 6-inch heels. She walked the place in silk and lace, and maybe that's a bit of taste. What better way to impress than show a flash. So how about this fuck you dress? This fuckity fuck you dress. Perhaps I said too much. My apologies and good night.
Did you at least try to remain honorable and faithful to Lady Diana Spencer when you first married?
Yes, absolutely.
And were you?
Yes, until the marriage became irretrievably broken down.
My son is on the telly, pouring out his heart, while his wife is on the town, dressed up like a tart. It's no surprise that this is a royal tabloid mess. He's not the first Windsor to prefer another miss, is just the first one to confess. Her Majesty is in distress, this travesty she must address. A princess in a dress.
I'm sorry, but Charles has made it quite impossible for me to stay here in this marriage.
Oh, stop whining, Diana. Every time I pick up another newspaper, there's another personal revelation by either you or my son. You would both do well to acquaint yourselves with the concept of discretion.
Well, the prince certainly didn't help matters.
And neither did the princess. In the old days, we would have simply chopped off your head and been done with it. Sometimes I miss the old days. Have you anything to add, Charles?
I will say this. I tried my very best to make this arrangement work.
Arrangement? Funny, I thought it was a marriage.
If I could have known our ending before our beginning, I never would have... But then again, we wouldn't have had the boys, so... You are a wonderful mother. No one can deny you that.
So, Diana, what is it you want?
To be on my own again. To be free of it all.
That is a fantasy, Diana. Don't be foolish.
I know I must have disappointed you.
No argument there.
Then again, you never really understood me.
That is not true, Diana.
I'm afraid it is.
You don't listen. In fact, at this moment, I understand you more than ever. A long time ago, a princess like you was young and so scared of all she must do. She married a prince, a captain at sea. The king sent them away so the princess could be an officer's wife. Oh, just an officer's wife. And they were stationed at a naval base in Malta, which was then part of the king's vast empire. The day she arrived, she knew things had changed. She was one of the girls, which seemed rather strange. She made her own plans. She wrote her own rules. She'd drive into town and leave home her jewels. An officer's wife. Oh, just an officer's wife. And for a time her life seemed as ordinary as the other ones. At night she would sleep so soundly in the arms of a sailor prince. He loved her so profoundly. They haven't known so much happiness since she and her prince.
But then the king died,
And she was crowned queen. Now wherever she went, she caused quite a scene. Photographers snapped her every move. This frightened young girl with so much to prove. An officer's wife. Whatever became of that officer's wife? So Diana, you and Charles are to be divorced. You will no longer be known as Her Royal Highness, but we shall continue your protection services.
No, if I'm to be released, I'm to be released from everything.
But the way you're hounded by the press.
If I retain my protection services, they'll only continue to spy on me and report back to you. Or do you care to deny that?
Very well. No protection services. And your plans now?
When the boys are older, I'd like to go to America.
A country unafraid of expressing its every motion. You'll fit right in.
They don't have princesses, so they'll allow me to be who I truly am. And perhaps one day this queen, perhaps she may too rediscover a bit of who she once was.
As I said, don't be foolish. Now she sometimes reflects on her unusual life, and that unusual year she was an officer's wife.
she never complained.
She never complained.
Was good English talk.
She was good English talk, and her citizens saw.
She was their rock, the country she loved.
dozens of her most famous dresses.
She discards her past and all that she's amassed. Set free, she'll do even more.
Her dresser has raised millions of pounds for child and cancer research.
The National AIDS Foundation thanks Princess Diana for her invaluable contributions to the
Princess's work with the leprosy mission has revolutionized
Her
them.
work on the international landmine crisis is already credited with saving thousands of lives, as well as
In an act of extraordinary courage, the Princess of Wales has walked through a minefield in Angola.
I choose happiness, I choose a fresh new start. I choose whatever lies ahead. I'll have another child, an answer to my prayer. Perhaps a baby girl, or better yet, a pair. If Charles steps aside and lets my William reign, then all this suffering will not have any pain. My future's my design, my story is my design. I like the world.
There's breaking news coming out of Paris.
We are hearing of an automobile accident involving Princess Diana.
No word yet on the extent of her injuries.
Frenzy fills the night.
Long paparazzi follow a car into a tunnel.
Receiving reports that Princess Diana may be seriously injured. We are being told now to prepare for the worst.
They're shock and horror as the West wakes up to the news.
Lost in blinding light.
We can now confirm that Princess Diana has died.